Toronto Raptors forward Pascal Siakam entered his 7th season with some lofty expectations for himself.
Like, I've been all NBA, I've been an all-star. Like, it's just, I want to be, top 5 player in the league. Like, I want to be one of the best.
After all, for a player who has improved every single season that he's been a pro, why not aim for the stars? And so far this year, albeit at the very early stage of Siakam's 2022-2023 campaign, he's shown that he has taken yet again another step forward. This time, his quote-unquote leap has been spearheaded by his much improved vision and playmaking, masterfully setting up his teammates, manipulating and bending defenses on command, and becoming a full-fledged offensive engine for a Raptors team that requires him to be one of the very best motors in the NBA in order to hum. And so far, Siakam has delivered. Okay, so every time I do a video on Siakam, I can't help but talk about how he turned into a star in the first place, because he really, truly is one of the best development stories in basketball. This is a guy who was one of the worst shooters in the league in his rookie season. A player who, despite being thrown into the starting lineup early in his career, was relegated to camping out in the dunker spot, only scoring in transition, and earning most of his minutes based on effort, defense, and rebounding. Fast forward 7 seasons, and he is one of the best forwards in the league. An NBA champion who is one half of one of the best scoring duos in playoff history. He's earned 2 All-NBA nods, an All-Star Game start in 2020, and 1 Most Improved honors in 2019. Siakam has squeezed every ounce of juice out of his career possible, and a lot of that is due to a work ethic that is constantly praised by his teammates. Just listen to how Raptors big man Ken Birch talks about him.
Pascal is one of the hardest workers I've ever seen, ever. I don't even think he wakes up in the morning, I don't think he eats breakfast or stretches. He just works out for an hour before practices, and then works out like another hour after practice. I've never seen anything like it, so I think he's gonna be very special coming soon. This is gonna be a really good year for him.
That's why this latest development should come as no surprise, and it's all because, with the help of the Raptors development staff, Siakam has stacked his skills in a very strategic and meaningful way. For the uninitiated, skill stacking is the concept of learning a wide range of skills instead of focusing all your energy on mastering one specific skill. Now, you might wonder what the heck that has to do with playmaking. I'll explain. The departures of Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry made Siakam the guy in Toronto. And following a crash course over the past 2.5 seasons with that responsibility, Siakam has improved as a scorer, ball handler, and playmaker, i.e. the skills he stacked. Through trial and error, Siakam slowly but surely became an elite level scorer, averaging 20+ points per game in his last 3 seasons. The amount of possessions he plays in isolation has also gone up, averaging only 1.5 ISO possessions per game in 2018-2019. He's scoring efficiently in them too, generating 1 point per ISO possession with an effective field goal percentage of 50%. And he's done so by making the mid-range area his playground. Last season, Siakam ranked in the 84th percentile for his position, shooting a career-best 49% from the short mid-range area, which is any shot from 4 to 14 feet away from the basket, according to Cleaning the Glass. So far into this season, he's shooting 52% from that area and 46% on all mid-range shots, another career best. That mid-range potency has opened up a ton for Siakam, who uses his 15-foot jumper as a good counter to defenders who sag off him, daring him to shoot in hopes of preventing a drive to the basket, an area that Siakam has virtually been elite in for his whole career. On opening night versus the Cavaliers, we watched Siakam take almost every Cavs defender one-on-one, no matter the size or speed, and create his own shot.
With spicy peel, I like this guy. He set me screens, hooking me up. Pascal over Mobley. Oh, that is a big-time bucket.
Ever since, teams have been loading up on him, sending double teams his way off of catches in the high post area, and always have help ready in order to prevent drive and kick scenarios. This is not the first time Siakam is seeing this type of attention. It's been like this for a few seasons now. Just last season, Siakam was double teamed on 31.4% of his possessions, up there with Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and some of the most unstoppable players in the league. and the average amount of points he generated out of those double teams was tied for second, only behind the two-time MVP Antetokounmpo. And it's not because he's taking shots with two defenders draped over him yelling Kobe, it's because he is probing and oftentimes manipulating defenses by understanding where the double team is coming from and using it to set up one of his teammates. A good example of this was in Game 2 of this season against the Brooklyn Nets, where Siakam had 6 assists just in the fourth quarter because of the amount of attention he received whenever he caught the ball.
Siakam double team, duck down, Barnes gets it to go.
That was also apparent in the Raptors' win against the Heat on Monday night, where he had 4 assists in the fourth, and the intentionality of his passing is what made his playmaking so elite. Watch this possession here at the end of the third quarter. Siakam uses a jab step to get Gabe Vincent off balance. He draws the help from Jimmy Butler at the nail, uses a nifty escape dribble to evade the steal from Butler, and as Achua cuts on the weak side, let's pause the clip right here. Look at how every Heat defender has their eyes peeled on Siakam, and he uses that to find Gary Trent Jr. wide open on the weak side corner for a 3-ball. The same thing happens here, but in transition, where Siakam is deadly. Watch how 3 Heat defenders converge onto him. Once again, he finds Trent wide open for a shot. Siakam has, in a very short amount of time as a number 1 option, turned into one of the best playmaking forwards in the entire league. He is up there with the Lukas, Giannis's, Jokic's, and LeBron's of the world right now in terms of manipulating defenses to create an advantage for his teammates, and it's shown off in the numbers as well. He's averaging a career best 36.4 assist percentage, a career high in assists at 8, and is averaging 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists per game right now. Look, it's early, I get it, but it doesn't seem like this is some fluke stuff happening for Siakam. This is a long time coming for a player who has stacked skills together to become one of the very best offensive engines in the NBA. And judging by his work ethic, his ability to constantly improve, there's no reason why he shouldn't be mentioned with the very best in the league. So I hope you guys enjoyed video number 1. If you did, hit that subscribe button for us. It's appreciated, and we'll see you next time.